Hey everybody, this is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, The Traveling Teacher. This is just one of my YouTube channels. My other YouTube channel, if you would like to follow my travels and my updates about my books, you can look me up under Unhidden Heroines. I apologize in advance for my sleepy face and my very casual dress. I am currently living in Brazil, and I have not had air conditioning for almost 2 days. It's very, very hot, and I have not had very much sleep. And so I'm very sleepy, but I'm still trying to keep a positive attitude. So I'm about to leave and go to my next place where I will be volunteering in a hostel for a month, and I won't have a quiet space to be uploading videos. And so I am going to get as much done as possible with these classes. I have 4 or 5 different topics that I want to get through, like 10 or 12 videos, to be slow releasing for the month of January while I will be off the radar. So anyway, this topic is going to be idioms about fun and enjoyment. The irony, really needing to keep a positive mood. I'm not enjoying my journey at this very moment in time. I'm frustrated, but trying to stay positive. So fun and enjoyment. So our first idiom is going to be a barrel of laughs. Barrel of laughs. Someone who is a barrel of laughs is very funny or entertaining. So a sentence example about this would be, let's invite Johnny. He is such a barrel of laughs. Like, oh, it's always a great time to hang out with her. She is a barrel of laughs. Okay, blow away the cobwebs. Blow away the cobwebs. If something blows away the cobwebs, it makes you feel more lively and refreshes your ideas. Blows away the cobwebs. We also would use this in context with doing something you haven't done in a long time. Blow away the cobwebs. The next one would be to chill out. Chill out. If you need to chill out, that means you are worked up, which is an idiom from my last series about feelings, emotions, and reactions. So chill out. When people chill out, often after a period of heavy work or nervous tension, they do something that helps them to calm down and relax after a while. After a week of exams, the students needed to go and chill out. I could say, like, for example, I'm all red because yesterday I was really frustrated with not having AC, being very hot in my apartment, because here it stays about between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius. Which I know is not, I mean, I've been in hotter cultures with no air conditioning before, but I also paid for an Airbnb with AC. And I had all this work I was going to do before I left. And so it's just like, yesterday I was so frustrated, I said, you need to chill out. I told myself that. I had a chip on my shoulder, which was an idiom from one of the past classes. I had a chip on my shoulder. I had a bad attitude. I said, you need to go to the beach and chill out. So I did. And I have the sunburn to prove it. Chill out. Okay, the next one will be feast your eyes on something. Feast your eyes on something. So a feast is when you eat a lot of food that is like really delicious. Like, for example, Thanksgiving feast. When you have a huge variety of really, really delicious dishes is a feast. So if you feast your eyes on something, you are delighted and gratified by what you see. As he drove along the coast, he feasted his eyes on the beautiful scenery. Feast your eyes. In full swing is our next idiom. In full swing. When something, such as an event, gets into full swing, it is at its busiest or liveliest time. So, for example, here in this town, the highest volume tourist season is about to be in full swing, which means it's going to have a lot of people. It's going to be hard to find places to book a room because all of the places are going to be full, the restaurants are going to be full, and tourist season will be in full swing. I often hear my teacher friends come August, at least in the United States culture, but when the school semester starts in fall, they'll say, I want to get my classroom set up because fall season for school is about to be in full swing. So the next one would be in one's element. In one's element. When you are in your element, you are doing something that you do well, and you are enjoying yourself. My brother, who is an estate agent, was in his element house hunting for our parents. I can say personally, I always feel most in my element when I'm traveling in Colombia. I feel a connection with the culture, the people. I speak Spanish, and that's just really in my element. And that's why I wanted to come to Brazil, so that I could be out of my element, out of my comfort zone. The next one would be with bells on. With bells on. If you go somewhere with bells on, you are delighted and eager to go there. So a sentence example would be, of course I'll be there, with bells on. Imagine a collar. Imagine a cat that has a collar that has a little bell. So that means like, bells on. I don't know. I'm too sleepy to explain things well today. Thank you for your grace and your patience. Also, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Those of you who have subscribed and follow, I know that my video quality is not the best. I have set it up on my laptop to be the highest grade quality with the video that my laptop gives. And my videos at this point are not edited, but you can help me. The more subscribers I get, like once my channel is optimized, or I'm sorry, not optimized. Yes, I would love to optimize it. But once it is monetized with 1,000 subscribers, that will give me income. That will empower me to travel. And then I can afford to get my videos edited. I can afford to get a better quality camera, and I can afford to really get my videos edited so that it will bring you more value. So the next one would be footloose and fancy free. That's kind of Southern. A person who is footloose and fancy free has few responsibilities or commitments of any kind and feels free to do as they please. For example, I'm footloose and fancy free. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I travel for a living. I can drift to the next place whenever I want to, and have the freedom to go and do as I please. I'm not responsible with anyone else in my life. I'm footloose and fancy free. The next one would be full of the joys of spring. Full of the joys of spring. So imagine after a winter season. I really love teaching, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope this brings value to somebody. But if you are full of the joys of spring, you are happy and enthusiastic and full of energy. Because imagine, after a winter season, everything is cold and old things die away. You're inside for months, and then after, and the spring starts to come, and you're finally like, you're going to get outside and be in the sunshine, and new flowers are starting to come out, and the trees are starting to blossom. Everything smells sweet. It's green and alive after months of being barren. It's like joy. I love spring. So a sentence example would be, Barbara is full of the joys of spring at the moment. Maybe she has a new lover in her life. So, okay, the next one would be happy-go-lucky. Happy-go-lucky. If you are a happy-go-lucky person, you are cheerful and carefree all the time. What is wrong with my throat today? He's a happy-go-lucky sort of guy, always in a good mood. The next one would be to let one's hair down. To let one's hair down. If you suggest that someone should let their hair down, you are telling them to relax and enjoy themselves. It's okay to let your hair down. Like if someone always does the same thing, they're super responsible with their morning routine. They get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, they go to the gym, they come home, they go to work, same thing every day, super disciplined, which not to say that's a bad thing. That's a beautiful way to live your life. And then like on the weekends, their friends are always saying, hey, come out to the movies. Hey, let's take a weekend trip somewhere to go see nature. And you're like, I'm so busy. I'm super focused. You could say, let your hair down a little bit. It means let your hair down. It means loosen up. Do something out of the ordinary. Do something fun. Like a sentence example. Come on, we're not in the office now. You can let your hair down. The next one would be the life and soul of the party. The life and soul of the party is the most lively and amusing person present at an event. I'm so glad we invited Emily. She was the life and soul of the party. I used to be the life of the party when I was drinking alcohol, or so I thought, but I'm sober now. The next one would be to have a ball. If you have a ball, you enjoy yourself immensely. Sentence example. The party was great. We had a ball. I need to have a drink of something. Hold on. It's my cold coffee. Okay. The next one would be more fun than a barrel of monkeys. That means, well, monkey. How cute are monkeys? Monkeys are adorable. I love monkeys. So if you have a barrel full of monkeys, monkeys do funny, crazy things. That was more fun than a barrel of monkeys. If something is very amusing or enjoyable, you can say that it's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. The TV quiz was more fun than a barrel of monkeys. We also use this in a sarcastic way. You know, if something is very obviously not enjoyable, like for example, right now in my apartment with no AC. That's a bad example. I'm not trying to have a bad attitude. But if something is very like, okay, let's talk about if you don't like math. You don't like it, and you have to take a math class that's a requirement, whether for high school or for a college degree. It's like one class that you have to take in order as a prerequisite to get finish your degree. So you already don't like the subject, right? And then on top of it, your professor is monotone. Remember, I discussed monotone in an earlier video. What monotone means. Not passionate, not excited about teaching it, gives tons of homework, doesn't really explain things well. That's a miserable experience. You could say, oh yeah, really looking forward to that math class. It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. You see, it can be sarcastic. Okay, the next one would be, we're at 12 minutes. The next one would be to pull someone's leg. If you pull someone's leg, you tease them by telling them that's not true. Of course I'm not going to buy a sports car. I was just pulling your leg. It means you're just kidding. It means you were just kidding around. You're teasing someone is another way to say that, to tease. I don't like it when people tease me. I don't like it when somebody pulls my leg. Like if someone says, like, I don't know, for example, hey, you won a big prize. I did? Yeah, you won a free trip to blah, 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 blah. You won a free trip. You won a free cruise to go to the Bahamas. What is going on? And I'm like, I did? And I'm thinking, when did I get that? That's cool. Hey, I won a trip. Like, and then they're like, I'm just pulling your leg. Just kidding. I don't like it when people do that. But that's just me. So the next one would be the punchline. The punchline. The punchline is the funny sentence that ends a joke or an amusing story. And it's what makes it funny. Sentence example. When my dad tells jokes, he never gets the punchline right. Or I could say, I love to tell jokes, but I always mess up the punchline, so my jokes aren't funny. The next one would be take it easy. When you relax or do things at a comfortable pace, you take it easy. It's nice to slow down at the weekend and take it easy. You could also use it as a command. If someone is really worked up or upset, you could say, hey, take it easy. Take it easy. Calm down. The next one would be social butterfly. A person who has a lot of friends and acquaintances and likes to flit from one social event to another is called a social butterfly. So a sentence example with this is, Jessica is constantly out and about. She's a real social butterfly. Okay, the next one would be to ring out the old year and ring in the new. And that is so appropriate for right now. Right now it is Christmas Eve. It is December 24th. And 1 week from today, it'll be New Year's Eve, which is my favorite holiday ever. You ring out the old year and ring in the new. This expression means to announce and celebrate the end of one year and the beginning of the next. What a very powerful transition in life. To just release everything that no longer serves you, learn your lessons from the previous year, and step into a completely new version of yourself. Shed the old skin like a snake and come out your new version. Another one we would say would be to sow one's wild oats. A person, usually a man, which is not true, who sows their wild oats goes through a period of carefree pleasure seeking while they are young. So basically what it's saying is somebody who parties and who has sex with a lot of people. You know, and not just men do that. I mean, women do that too. Like, you know, sentence example. He was advised to sow his wild oats before he got married. Like, if there's wild, crazy shit you want to do before you get married and have responsibilities, go do it. Because life changes after marriage. And the next one would be, the party is over. To say that the party is over means that a period of happiness, freedom, enjoyment, etc. has come to an end. And life is going to return to normal. I had a wonderful time here, but the party's over and I must get back to work. I don't like that, because just because you do something different doesn't mean you have to not enjoy it. The next one would be, the world is your oyster. This expression means that you are free and able to enjoy the pleasures and opportunities that life has to offer. Sentence example, she left college feeling that the world was her oyster. Okay, this next one is kind of more related to music, but they have it on this list for fun and enjoyment, but I'll just share it with you, okay? Tickle the ivories. It's related to the piano, to playing the piano. You tickle the ivories. If you tickling is like, you tickle somebody, or that tickles. So ivories is referring to the keys on the piano. So you're tickling the ivories. This is a humorous way of talking about playing the piano. My grandfather loves playing the piano. He tickles the ivories whenever he can. Okay, there's that. Let me see, maybe one more. We're at 17 minutes. Full of the joys of spring. That's it. Okay, guys. Thanks for bearing with me with my video quality and my sleepy face. I'm not as charismatic today, but I still do everything with love and joy in my heart. If there were any of those that really resonated with you, I really welcome you to write the example of some of these in the comments. I would also love to know where you're from, what your native language is. Also, here's my tattoo in Arabic for my Arabic speaking students. So much love to you. I am a traveler for a living. I love other cultures and languages. And I cannot wait to make it to your country and experience the culture, the religion, the language, and all those things, okay? I hope that this brought joy and some kind of value to your life. If it did, please subscribe. Help me get subscribers so that I can get paid to do something that I love to do. And you would also empower me to travel, okay? I'm on to my next videos.